right, let's do it. It is Monday, June 16th. I am meteorologist Ben Peine here in the Extol Media Studios, and you got that right. It is P-E-I-N-E. So thanks for joining me here on what is going to be a very muggy day today. We'll have some showers and thunderstorms that'll develop, especially later this afternoon into the evening time. As we look live, though, at the moment, you can see mostly cloudy conditions across the area. Seeing a peak or two of some sunshine with the muggy conditions out there as well. There's our live view at the corner of Vincennes and Market. Currently a dry roadway, but we've seen how that changes very quickly. Occasional downpours last several days. We are still in that same air mass, very soupy out there. So we are going to have some more of those pop-up showers and thunderstorms, and ending our spring season throughout this work week with some more unsettled weather. So we're going to be tracking plenty of those storm chances here as we look hour by hour with the weather model data. And typically we start to dig into that weather model data around 10:20. So if you're watching that replay, feel free to fast forward there. And thanks for watching that replay, whether it's this afternoon or this evening time. Just going to make sure that everything is looking good here. All right, everything looking good. Thanks for watching there. Thanks for the comments as well. And if you do put a comment in there, feel free to put in a suggestion, any kind of weather that you might want to see. If you want to stop the show, take it off the tracks, and have me pop up the 7-day, we can adjust things for you as well. This is your weather program for Southern Indiana and beyond. It is Extol Media. We are right out of New Albany, Indiana. You can find our live stream every morning, 10 a.m. We usually go for about 45 minutes. It's on Extol Weather on Facebook, my Meteorologist Ben Peine Facebook page, Extol Media on YouTube. That's a great way to just bring it up full screen. All the smart TVs have the YouTube app pretty much. And then extolmag.com/weather is where we also have the live stream up. We've got Beverly Hagist, always one of the first to pop in here from Borden, Indiana. Good morning there. JK's, thanks for dropping in the comment. Hope you had a great Father's Day. It was a good Father's Day. Got to be with the family for much of the day. Got to do our Red Lobster tradition, whether it's my birthday or Father's Day. They're pretty close together. So I used to work there for a few years in Muncie, Indiana, at Ball State University. I chose to work at Red Lobster because in Muncie, those were some of the biggest checks, some of the biggest bills, so you could get some of the biggest tips off of those Red Lobster meals. So that was my one of the big reasons why I went from being a tool guy at Lowe's to becoming a server at Red Lobster before becoming a meteorologist. So that is my history there. And after even working, I also worked at Subway for like 5 years. And I still love both and frequent both. But that was my Father's Day. Watched the U.S. Open. Congrats to J.J. Spawn. Amazing round there at Oakmont. Could not imagine trying to play that course. I don't know if you watched any of that golf yesterday, but crazy, crazy rough. And I've got a scramble here coming up in just a few hours at Chariot Run there between Laconia and Elizabeth, Indiana, southern Harrison County. So looking forward to that this afternoon. Going to be sweating it out there a little bit later on the golf course. Patricia Spriggs, happy new week. Happy last week of springtime. And this has been just an incredibly wet spring season. So hopefully that will put an end to this incredibly wet pattern. As we go into the weekend, I do see a big ridge of high pressure setting up over the area. That usually puts a lid on the storm development and brings out a lot of sunshine. Could bring out the 90s as well this weekend. So that is a lot of what we're going to be talking about as well. As we bring up the radar and satellite right now, we are looking at some unsettled weather just out to our west. This could bring in a few light rain showers over parts of southern Indiana. We'll see if this holds together, but most of the weather model data was bringing in that higher chance of showers and thunderstorms late afternoon into the evening time. So we'll see if this activity out towards Owensboro right now will actually hold together or kind of falls apart. But through about midday and early afternoon, parts of southern Indiana might get some of this light rain and sprinkles. It won't add up to very much whatsoever. But late afternoon, evening, it looks like we'll get a bigger disturbance rolling in, and that will give us a bigger round of some showers and thunderstorms. Now, severe weather is not expected with this activity. It's kind of like what we've had, garden variety downpours every once in a while across the area. So that's the current radar and satellite. And we'll take a look at the forecast here in just a second. And then we'll look at the high resolution weather model data that we always typically do, again, around 10:20-ish. And then we'll get back to the forecast and wrap things up a little bit later here. We have Perry Porter popping in. Good morning, Ben. I sure don't like to wear the weather. Yeah, it is air that you can wear because you step outside. The humidity will get you right away. Just a wall of mugginess across the area is what we have. No doubt about it. All right, let's bring up, it is that time to give some shout outs here before we get into that forecast. Ivy Tech, we were out there Friday. What a great campus here locally, helping out so many students, young folks, older folks, middle-aged folks. It doesn't matter where you're at. They will meet you where you are at to level up. Leveling up the folks in Indiana and get credentialed, get into a new career, 42 programs offered. And Tuesdays at the Tech, we're going to be featuring that going live tomorrow morning on location there at the Sellersburg campus. So check them out. You can go to ivytech.edu, just head to the locations right there and head to Sellersburg, and that'll bring you right to their campus. And you can learn more, of course, by registering, and you can do some one-on-one information gathering there out of the campus. Lions Roofing, protecting your most valuable asset. You can call them 812-294-3595. They're hiring for a roofing repair technician. You can also get free estimates on your home's roof and learn a lot more by filling that out right there on their website, lionsroofingco.com, or calling again 812-294-3595. A lot of job openings as well. Libs Paving Company. So they're out of the Knobs, the biggest paving contractor around, and you can see what they have open. You can apply now. Look at all these job openings that they still have. I'm just scrolling down. So if you have friends or family that need an opportunity, check it out. You can see the learn more on the right side, and then you can apply right there. And then you can head to NWSB, newwashbank.com. People you know wherever you go, banking the way you want. That banking might be online or person to person at one of their friendly locations. So check that out. Extolmag.com/weather is where you'll find our live stream, the 7-day forecast, the weather story that I posted this morning. Any severe weather outlooks are right there, regional radar and satellite. And then my favorite is the interactive radar, but also has the current conditions. So we're looking at mid to upper 70s across the area already. Also, what you see here to the southwest, that covers much of western Kentucky, that is a flood watch in effect. So that includes some counties west of I-65 in Kentucky. That's where we could see some more numerous showers and thunderstorms in that grayed out area right there. So again, you're going to find any alerts that might be happening, storm tracks. You can click on the actual little storm icon, and it will bring up the speed of any of those showers or thunderstorms, where they're heading, and the rainfall rates, and a whole lot more as well. And if there's any lightning strikes, the lightning strikes will pop up. You can see that, and you can look at the weather from coast to coast and border to border across the United States. So some awesome tools right there, free also to check it out. There's another live view at the corner of Market and Vincennes here in downtown New Albany. So just looking over a few more comments. Carol says, ready for the sunshine. Should have a lot of sunshine this weekend on the way. I hate the humidity, Joe Marshall says. And Vicky Berger checking in this morning. Great morning, Ben. We just had Extol Unfiltered at 9 a.m. with Angie Fenton here at Extol Media Studios. Vicky, thanks for watching both shows this morning. All right, so again, that is at extolmag.com/weather. You can bring that up full screen yourself. Free interactive radar. It's also to the right side here. You can see me scrolling on that, and it's got all the information you need to get you ready for whatever weather here in southern Indiana and beyond. Here's a live look outside as well with the Falls of the Ohio Foundation.org camera. Fallsoftheohio.org is where you can find that. And you can see, looking over the fossil beds here. Watch some of the area rivers. There's a boat out there in the distance. Watch some of the area local rivers. It looks like a gentleman there on a chair as well, trying to get the catch of the day. So like I was saying, we could see some high rivers and even some of the lakes are higher than normal because of what has been a very wet springtime. Wyatt Wright, good morning to you, Wyatt. We'll be in touch soon about getting you on the show. And Barbara Bell, thanks for tuning in. Happy Monday. Thanks for watching. And there's another live view as we look towards Ashland Park this morning. So we'll go ahead and head out of there and get to that local forecast here for you today. Do want to remind you as well before we get to that forecast, if you ever want to partner up, let us be your megaphone in Southern Indiana. Get your message out for your business or organization. You can contact me, Ben, at extolmag.com or Jason at extolmag.com. We've been averaging, 1 to 2 plus million views per month over the last several months, and that's all thanks to you guys. That's just the content I've been putting out on Facebook. That does not include YouTube and Instagram and Blue Sky and Threads and extolmag.com/weather. So thanks for everyone for your support. And again, Ben at extolmag.com/weather. If you just want to email me a weather question too, we can dig into a complicated weather question if you'd like and get you an answer on that in a future show. UV index up to a 7. We'll have a lot of clouds around today. But enough sunshine, you can still get a burn that is at a high level. And that play ball forecast, I'll be playing ball this afternoon with a golf scramble today. So we're looking at 85 degrees, muggy out there, and about a 40% chance of some showers and thunderstorms. And then I'd say more numerous showers and thunderstorms. That rain chance probably going up even higher than that as we head toward the evening time. And we're going to see that with the weather model data here in just a second. So for today, your June 16th forecast, again, 85 degrees, late day storms. Might see a few showers before that, especially in parts of southern Indiana, and light wind from the southwest at 5 to 10. And thankfully, that's one thing that we have been lacking is wind. So even though the air is tropical, it is juiced up. You've got the energy for strong thunderstorms. However, you don't have the wind. So these clouds are just going straight up. They don't move very much at all. Like I saw yesterday, like 100 yards away, heavy rain, and then we were driving right past it and had no rain. It can rain in your backyard, not your front yard kind of situation. So with that, the big ingredient that we're lacking for severe weather, which is good, is not much wind shear to add to the equation for severe weather. So again, today, just a muggy one out there in between any shower or thunderstorm, just sweating it out. And tonight, 71, our low temperature, shower or storm possible, warm and humid, and a south wind at around 5 miles per hour. The forecast tomorrow for your June 17th, kind of like today, but we might see a better chance of some of these spotty showers and thunderstorms in the morning time, and then perhaps a little bit drier by the afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon, it looks like areas east of I-65 in Kentucky could have a better chance than other areas, and we'll see that with some of the model data here in just a second. All right, 7-day forecast. So tomorrow, 83, 40% chance of that rain and some storms, and then 88 Wednesday, starting to heat things up. And then late Wednesday night into Thursday morning, a front is going to move through with some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Then we'll go a high of 85 Thursday. It looks dry Friday, upper 80s. Summer begins officially at 10:42, so our last spring work week here. Our first summer weekend, hot and dry, should be a lot of sunshine around. Great for the pool and lake lovers out there, starting to heat up that water temperature. Lower 90s for those highs, lows in the mid-70s. So this is mid-summer-like air to start off our summer season. And going into next week, looking hot and dry as well. And I know there's a lot of outdoor businesses that work outdoors that have been struggling between the rain to get things done. Looks like we'll have dry but hot weather as we go into next week. So if you love summertime, we are going to have your kind of weather heading our direction. All right, so it is Monday. It is June 16th. It is 10:14. Might get to some of that weather model data just a little bit sooner as I bring it up here. Remove that, add this. And a look again at our radar and satellite this morning at a little bit of unsettled weather out to our west. We'll see how well this holds together here over the next couple of hours. Could bring a spotty shower. This is just kind of just little stuff, not even really an appetizer here through about midday. It looks like we'll have those bigger rain chances late this afternoon into the evening time. As we get some mid-level energy, and by that I mean probably around 15 to 25,000 feet, 18,000 feet, 500 millibar level, you've got this energy crossing, and it gives you enough lift, that kick for some showers and thunderstorms. All right, so let me get out of that full view right there, and we'll bring up. And first of all, when anytime we have storms, there's some of us that get nervous about it. Will we have any severe weather? And from the Storm Prediction Center, you can see the risk for severe storms is well to the northwest. We're level 0 out of 5, not even a marginal risk, not even a level 1. So the level 2 and 3, the enhanced risk of severe weather up in Minnesota and out west over Nebraska, where they've got some jet stream energy, that wind shear that they can use for stronger storms up that way. As we look at day 2, no severe weather risk for tomorrow, just garden variety showers and thunderstorms in that forecast. The risk for severe weather, it kind of looks like a little smiley face there with level 2 and 3 there around Kansas, parts of the plains, so out west of us. Now day 3 does try to nudge into our area. This would be late Wednesday night, really, into early Thursday morning, when we could see a few stronger thunderstorms try to head our direction. So late today and tomorrow morning, a round of showers and thunderstorms, mostly dry Wednesday, and then late Wednesday night into early Thursday, another round is kind of the timing for the rest of this week as far as those storm chances. And then again, we're going to likely see a ridge of high pressure, jet stream lifts north, and just building the heat and keeping the humidity around as a blast of summer weather will be heading our way this weekend. All right, let's take a look at the future radar here. Maybe just a quick peek at the live radar, and then we'll look ahead. A lot of times I like to look at the initialization. How are the models matching up with what we're really seeing on the radar? So here's the live radar scan out of Fort Knox, our local radar that we use. And you got a little downpour there near Owensboro, some rain showers there out to our west, heading towards Lagodi. And so we might see some of these spotty sprinkles or light rain shower crossing parts of Indiana here through midday. But again, it's going to be later on this afternoon. We have a better chance of some showers and thunderstorms. Okay, as we bring up the future radar, which is, again, the high-resolution weather models. If you're familiar with our weather coverage, we often look at the HRRR, the high-resolution rapid refresh weather model, and the NAM 3 kilometer. This HRRR weather model updates every hour. So this is the very latest here at 11 a.m., and it's picking up pretty well. As we can see here, this is the initialization on the rain that we have out there right now. I'll go ahead and bring this up full screen. So it has some light rain showers, mainly in southern Indiana, picking up on just a little bit of activity over Kentucky too. Let's push this ahead hour by hour. There you can see that rain staying mostly off to our north as we head into the afternoon. But what we want to watch here is what's out west. So as we heat up, you're starting to build up that energy, that warm and moist air. So the weather models have been very consistent for late day activity. So notice that as we go hour by hour. This is 4 p.m. Here is 5 o'clock, starting to see that heavier rain heading into that flood watch area over western Kentucky. Late today, this is at 6 o'clock. So through mid-afternoon, we're looking mostly dry. But then as we get closer towards sunset, this is around 7 o'clock. And then here is 8 o'clock this evening. And we'll kind of compare and contrast with the NAM 3 kilometer, the other high-resolution weather model here in a second as well. But there you can see some of those downpours starting to fire up again while we head toward 7, 8 o'clock this evening. Here's 9 p.m. Our sunsets are now at 9:08 as we're heading into the latest sunsets of the year. So sunset downpours possible. This is 9 p.m. And through the nighttime, we'll continue to have a chance for these scattered downpours across the area. This is going into 1 o'clock in the morning, so you might hear a rumble of thunder every once in a while. So wet at times tonight. These things can put down a quick 1 inch of rainfall, or maybe even a little bit more. If they just stay put, we'll have to watch out for some localized flash flooding. We saw that in a few areas. So that there is the HRRR High Resolution Rapid Refresh Weather Model. I'll go into the 48-hour version of it. And I'll take us into, out the door time tomorrow morning. This is 8 a.m. Still a chance for a few showers around tomorrow morning. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Now into the afternoon tomorrow, I'll go to 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The HRRR, is pretty bullish on some scattered showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon, with still a disturbance moving through our area. There you can see that active weather tomorrow. Now the NAM wasn't as crazy with tomorrow afternoon's activity. So we'll see how this plays out. I'm going to go ahead and back this up to time 0, basically at 11 o'clock this morning. It's doing okay, a little bit behind perhaps picking up on the activity that's out there. I'm going to head to 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So there you can see it also brings in this disturbance out from the west, like the HRRR. Now we're on the NAM 3-kilometer weather model. This is around 4 and now 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So there you can see as we bring this up, definitely some locally heavy rainfall going to be possible in these downpours, lightning and thunder, but not much wind with these downpours out there. But very tropical in nature, Florida-like pop-up storms out there for today. Let's go to around 7, 8 o'clock. Later today, there you can see the active weather across the area. It's very similar to what we saw on the HRRR, the HRRR weather model. This is around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So those fairly random pop-up downpours across the area. Perhaps later on tonight, a little bit more numerous over Kentucky than Indiana. All right, going into tomorrow morning. Let's see what we have here. Some spotty showers possible on here, and I'll go into tomorrow afternoon. And notice it is a lot quieter, still has a rain chance, than the HRRR. So the truth might be a little bit in between here. Not as crazy as the HRRR weather model, but maybe not as benign as the NAM weather model. Either way, I've dropped a 40% chance of some showers and thunderstorms for our Tuesday. All right, then I think Wednesday we get a decent break in the rainfall, and we can bring up the regular NAM medium range weather model as we head into our Wednesday the 18th. So I'll head to Wednesday 18th morning, and it looks like we are going to be heating up. What we notice is a storm out west Wednesday. So that's what we're going to be watching approaching our area later in the day Wednesday. We're going to have a nice south breeze. It's going to be upper 80s. It's going to be very warm, pretty toasty out there Wednesday afternoon. And we've got Crystal Bruner. Good morning. Happy to see you on here. Happy to see you on here. Thanks for tuning in. So going into Wednesday night and into Thursday morning, front moving in, giving us a chance for some showers and thunderstorms for our Thursday morning. So that would be our early Thursday. Once that passes on through, then we're looking at hot and dry conditions right on time for the beginning of summertime. So Diane Bauer saying, looks like Wednesday is the day to cut our grass. Thanks for the reminder, by the way. I've got a flat tire on the mower. I need to take that wheel off and take it in to get it fixed. Or there will be no mowing. Yeah. I guess I've got a backup mower that would just take a lot longer to do. A little push mower. All right, let's go to the GFS high resolution weather model, and we're going to back this up. So the 19th is Thursday. Actually, I want to go back to Wednesday the 18th, 5 p.m. It shows mainly dry conditions across the area. I want to bring up the feels like temperatures here. So there you go. Super steamy conditions out there Wednesday. Upper 80s, probably feeling like the lower 90s for Wednesday afternoon. Now I'm going to jump ahead to Saturday, the 21st, as we go into our first summer weekend. And it looks like we are going to be bringing on the heat. And we are not alone. Check this out. We're going to take a rocket into outer space. All right. And now we're going to come back down. So summer taking over. So that is that big ridge. Let me bring this up full screen. I'll get my head out of the way here. And just a quick explainer of summertime taking over. So this would be a bit of a trough out here. This is the hump, the ridge in the jet stream. So underneath this ridge is where the heat is going to build. And that is high pressure. That is overall sinking air. Sometimes you get poor air quality, not much wind. Day by day, the heat continues to build. So that is your summertime ridge. It also suppresses storm development, lots of sunshine. That is the weather pattern for this weekend. As we zoom in a little bit closer here, let me get rid of some of the telestrations. Just plotting out some of the temperatures here. So it's pretty crazy, isn't it? How things can change pretty quickly. So this is showing us the heat index. I'll just let you feast your eyes on that. Any opinions? I do like summertime, but might have to find a way to cool off. It's going to be good for those pool and lake lovers out there. So it could be feeling like the upper 90s, low 100s. First real deal heat wave this weekend and possibly into next week. So there you go. So that is Saturday, our 21st. I'll go into the 22nd on Sunday. And there you can see no change for us. We are in the hot air. It's showing heat index values all over the Ohio Valley, the Deep South, the Great Plains, all the way up to the northern Midwest. Boom, there's your summertime weather. How about as we go into next week? We'll take this into, say, the 23rd, Monday. Ridge of high pressure, still over the top of the area. Hot weather continues, no change. The European weather model also on board. This is the GFS weather model that we're looking at right here. We're going to the 24th, so this would take us into next Tuesday. No change in the air mass. Hot stuff. Mainly dry across the area. So you're getting the picture here. We are about to lock in to a summer weather pattern. Let me bring up we'll see what the Climate Prediction Center has to say about this as we look at the longer range. So there you go. They're on board with it as well. This is the 6 to 10 day outlook. So this goes into next week, showing us a bullseye of what this says: above normal chances of above normal temperatures, hot, steamy weather. Romance novel weather, hot and steamy. There you go. And then the 2-week outlook showing also an above average chance of above normal temperatures. Lillian Lasley popping in the show. Happy to see you on here. Happy to see you on here as well. Lillian, thanks for tuning in here this Monday morning on Ben at 10 as we come up to 10:30. So what we just looked at here is the timing out of the storms through Thursday, transitioning into a heat wave pattern this weekend into next week. A live look out there now. We're looking at some cumulus clouds, some high clouds, just a moisture-filled atmosphere here as we look downtown in uptown New Albany at the corner of Market and Vincennes. So it is getting there as far as that transition to summertime weather here for us. What are your opinions on that? Are you ready for it? All right, let's go ahead and bring the forecast back up, and then we'll get moving right along on this Monday. And we've got Dana Buckner. Good morning, Ben. Hope you had a good Father's Day. It was a good Father's Day. Thank you very much. I got to chill and relax and watch the U.S. Open for most of it. So thank you very much. About to test out some new golf shoes here in a little bit, as I've got a golf scramble, 1 o'clock at Chariot Run. All right, so we'll bring up that forecast. A UV index of 7 today. That is a high level. You can get a burn out there. I'm going to have to remind myself of that sunscreen as I head out. That play ball forecast, late day storms, especially as we head towards sunset, ramping up those rain chances. Now, as we look at the radar and satellite, there's a little activity out to the west. We can't rule out a shower through midday or whatever, but really the main show, so to speak, for today is going to be late today into the evening time. Clara Matthews, thanks for watching here. Thanks for dropping in the comments. And mid-80s for those highs. Might feel even warmer than that when you get under some of that direct sunshine with that humidity. Southwest wind at 5 to 10, not much of a breeze out there to help out. So late day storms, that forecast today, a high of 85, southwest winds 5 to 10, and our sunset at 9:08. Summer begins in just 4 days. June the 20th on Friday night, 10:42. Showers and storms likely tonight, a low of 71 degrees, just warm and humid and soupy out there. And our Tuesday, June 17th forecast, kind of like today, some occasional showers and thunderstorms, some downpours out there. Any downpour can bring some tropical, blinding, torrential downpour kind of rain. And we will need to watch out for the potential of some localized flooding with any of this. But the severe weather threat, as we've been mentioning, super, super low, mainly garden variety showers and thunderstorms. So the 7-day forecast starting with tomorrow here, 83 tomorrow, 40% chance of those showers and thunderstorms. And then mainly dry Wednesday as we shoot to the upper 80s. Could feel a bit warmer than that. South breeze pumping in that heat and humidity, waiting on the front. That'll move through overnight Wednesday into early Thursday. Now, don't think much of a cool down behind that front. Might be a slight drop in the humidity levels for Friday, but we are going to be scorching as we head into this weekend. So we're going to bring in high pressure. That puts a lid on storm development, brings out the sunshine, and the heat will be building this weekend. Looking at upper 80s Friday. Summer begins Friday night. And our first full day of summertime Saturday, 91. And then good pool weather there for Sunday and Monday in the lower 90s. So if you didn't have the best lake weather for Father's Day weekend or Memorial Day weekend, it looks like we're going to start to get those really good weekends for the lakes to cool off there coming our way. And this could be, we'll see how long this lasts, but we could kind of lock in to that hot dome of weather over the top of us as we go through much of next week as well. So this could be that transition, getting out of that wet spring pattern, getting into more hot and dry summertime weather pattern here for us. I'm going to go ahead and load up the live radar scan here for you before we finish up our Ben at 10. Remove that, add that. So this is the radar sweep. You can see that live radar sweep right there, right out of Fort Knox. So showers mostly just out to our west right now. They're very slow movers, and a lot of this is likely to weaken as it approaches. And what we're waiting for is that disturbance really for late afternoon and evening time. But can't rule out that a little bit of this will try to hold together. But if you look closely at this stuff just to the near Owensboro, basically, you can see that it is weakening as it gets closer to our area. And so there might be a sprinkle or a light rain shower that passes through southern Indiana, parts of southern Indiana, especially northwest of New Albany and Louisville, up towards Bedford, Lagodi, and Bloomington, a better chance for some of these light rain showers. Very, very light stuff with that through midday. But really waiting on, towards sunset for really ramping up that chance of rain across the area. So that's the radar satellite and the live radar sweep. There's a live look at the traffic at Vincennes and Market, downtown New Albany, at the growing cumulus clouds as well. And again, just like you'd see along the Gulf Coast or Florida, that's the kind of air that we have here. In fact, we haven't shown this. We can bring up the dew point map, and the dew point's a measure of the water content in the air, and kind of look at, you know, our area contrasted to other areas. So these are the dew points that measure of water content. So let me go ahead and bring this up full screen. So anytime you're around 70, I mean, that is, it's tropical air. And notice the desert air, once you get west of the Great Plains into the Rockies, you look at dew points in the teens and 20s, that's just your desert, dry air. And then all over the Ohio Valley, the Midwest, down over the deep South, and into Florida. So notice here, there's a dew point of 72 in Louisville, and dew points of 72 in Miami. It feels exactly the same way as it does in Miami as it does in our area. So just when you're outside, just pretend you're on a Florida vacation. That's the way it feels across the area. Yeah, Wyatt, you can do that. Feel free to send it our way. You know the email address. I'll pop it right back up on here for you. And whether you're, because Wyatt was asking this question, can I send you pictures or logo for the podcast? So you can do that. There's the email address for any of you guys if you want to reach out. Ben at extolmag.com or Jason at extolmag.com. If you want to partner up, again, let us be your megaphone, get your message out there. If you want to become a marketing, advertising partner, you want to join forces here with Extol Media, Extol Weather, you can do that just by emailing me right there. Reach out. We'll give you some more information about it. Ben at extolmag.com. If you have any friends or family members that have a business and want to expand, you can let us know right there. But Wyatt, you can just send it right there. Ben at extolmag.com/weather. And a reminder, too, that you can head right over to extolmag.com/weather. You've got your interactive radar, 7-day forecast, the weather story that I write up goes into more detail, your day 1 and day 2 severe weather risk outlook. You got any watches or warnings that you can click on. The only watch that we have across the region is a flood watch for areas in Kentucky, mainly west of I-65. So showing our temperatures here well into the 70s. So that grayed out area, that is the flood watch that includes Breckenridge, Grayson, and Hart counties west of I-65 there in Kentucky. So flood watch for today, where we might see more numerous showers and thunderstorms crossing parts of western Kentucky. So again, a lot of resources there at extolmag.com/weather. Head to Ivy Tech Community College. We'll be heading out there doing a live broadcast tomorrow morning, live on location. And so we're going to tell you a whole lot more there Tuesdays at the Tech. Lions Roofing, 812-294-3595. You can see the free estimate form right there. You can also reach out to them. They've got a roofing repair technician job opening. And again, you can call them 812-294-3595. Great local company out of Memphis, Indiana. Libs Paving Co. libspaving.com. L-I-B as in Ben, S, paving.com. Look at all the job postings and openings. If you have a friend or family member that needs an opportunity, go ahead and check them out. You can apply there online. You can also head to NWSB, newwashbank.com. People you know wherever you go, banking the way you want. Maybe that banking is online. As you can see right here, they've got a lot of tools for you there. Or sometimes you need more help face-to-face like I do sometimes. You can just head right to their location. All right, thank you all for joining us for our Ben at 10s. We're coming up to 10:40. It's about time for me to go sweat it out outside this afternoon. But thankfully doing something fun this afternoon with a golf scramble today with an old buddy of mine. Lillian Lasley, perhaps the last comment as well. Have a nice day. That's what we want every day, right? I love these last comments. They're always positive. They get us going the right direction. So we are straight up at 10:40 this morning on this June 16th. Can you believe it? It is already through mid-June. Pretty much we're almost halfway through the year 2025. I don't know what is going on with time these days. Feels like we're time traveling. Time goes by fast when you're having a good time, right? All right, we'll see you tomorrow morning live from Ivy Tech, Sellersburg campus. Thanks for joining me on my Facebook page, Meteorologist Ben Peine, Peine, and we can see that right here. Got to bring back the comment out of there. Again, you can like or subscribe at my Facebook page or follow Peine, Extol Weather, Extol on Facebook, Extol Media on YouTube. Thanks for liking or subscribing there at extolmag.com/weather. There's a good one. Vicky Berger, God bless you, and God bless you all, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.